Kazakhstan frontline arsenal of the Great Patriotic War. Thousands of people from every family in Kazakhstan enlisted in the military and took part in the fighting throughout this conflict. Kazakhstan has turned it into a powerful arsenal of the front. Kazakhstan has also risen to prominence in the manufacture of copper, lead, and polymetals for the military industry. Kazakhstan's defense facilities have perfected the creation of new types of weapons, shell, and mines. Warriors of Kazakhstan took part in all battles. More than 600,000 of them died on the fronts. More than 100,000 were awarded military orders and medals of the USSR. Fastki's general opinion of Kazakhs. The Kazakhs immediately established themselves as elite fighters, and our early war victories were merely the result of superior and developed into first-class soldiers. They fought with extraordinary tenacity and incredible endurance. These Kazakh soldiers showed no signs of fear toward them. Eldan Momoshov's battalion was assigned an 8-kilometer-long sector along the Rus River. Senior Lieutenant Momoshova took part in 27 engagements during the defense of the Soviet capital. From the 16th to 18th November, he and his unit were cut off from the rest of the division in the village of Medvedina, yet managed to hold off the German forces and eventually broke out back to their lines. For its performances, the 316th was awarded for the status of part formation on 23rd November and named the Panfilov 8th Guard Rifle Division in honor of its fallen commander, who was killed in the action on 18th November. In late November, Momoshov was promoted to the rank of captain. After persistently requesting to join the military despite being repeatedly rejected, Smetova was eventually accepted in the Red Army in September 1942 to work as a clerk at Army headquarters before being sent to work as a nurse in a field hospital despite her request to be assigned to a rifle unit. While working as a nurse, she continued her training on the use of machine gun. After her commander tested Tachmammetovan's shooting skills, he promoted her to the rank of senior sergeant, allowed her to be transferred to the 100th Rifle Brigade, frequently referred to as the 100th Kazakh Rifle Brigade, because 86% of its soldiers were Kazakh. Throughout the war, she was never parted with her weapon and earned the respect of other soldiers in her division after her bounties by fire, during which she lured enemy soldiers to approach before opening fire on them with her machine. About 90 people of different ages took our survey about the Patriotic War. About 70% answered correctly the question about the exact day of the Great Patriotic War. 47.5% of participants knew that every fifth Kazakh people went to the front during the Great Patriotic War. 50% of participants rated Kazakhstan's contribution to the victory in the Great Patriotic War as 10 out of 10. Most respondents think that during the war, Kazakhs supported the soldiers with food, water, and pharmacy. According to the Russians, without Kazakh people, they would not have won the war.
Siz Ұлы Отан соғысына қатысқан батырлардың ішінен Бауыржан Момышевты танисыз ба?
Иә, әрине, танимын.
Ерліктері туралы не білесіз?
Барлығын білемін, барлығын естігенмін, бірақ шығармалары нақты айта алмаймын.
Батырларынан не білесіз? Қандай ерлік көрсетті?
Ол пулеметчица болған, және 76 солдат.
On May 9, 1945, the act of unconditional surrender of Nazi Germany was signed, and this day will forever remain in our memory and the memory of grateful descendants in the history of mankind as the day of the great victory. The war claimed 30 million lives of Soviet people, including about 1 million Kazakhstanis. Therefore, it is our duty to remember this, not to forget by whom and at what price the victory was won, to remember all those who died of wounds, who did not live to this day, to worship veterans. Every heroism will be remembered forever.